All right, did you cut that? And then now we can start this one.
We are live. Ready
Oh
to
shit.
go.
Okay. No problem.
Shma,
My bro.
Schmitty. Shma,
Come on.
shma.
Chido MMA official coming live. What is this? UFC 259 pay-per-view. 3 title fights. I can't believe it. All right, let's go over our verdict picks real quick. So it starts with the Dominic Cruz Casey Kenny fight. I am switching it to Dom Cruz winning versus Casey Kenny. The only reason why I'm switching it is because I remember Casey Kenny and Sean O'Malley both kind of had very negative things to say about my girl Megan Anderson, and she's on the card, so I can't in good faith.
Oh shit, he said stuff about Megan, dude. Fuck this guy then, dude.
Yeah. He called her a 5 a.m.er.
No. So Dominic Cruz is gonna knock this motherfucker off first round this time. I changed too.
So first round knockout, boom.
Boom.
Dom Cruz. Sorry, no.
I'm not sorry. But he's talking shit on your girl.
Yeah, it's my it's my wife. Today's date.
No, dude, eventually all these UFC fighters are gonna be like, "Hey, why are you guys talking about our wives, dude?" We're gonna be like, "Oh shit, sorry, it's a joke."
Yana Kuniska. It's that's Bajan.
I don't want Alexander Rakic at my door, dude. Fuck that. Anyway,
what if Yana showed up and then that was just a decoy, and then like Rakic was like, speaking of,
that one's next.
I still have that one. I have your boy Rakic decision on that one.
I have TKO, but this one round 2.
For Rakic?
Rakic. Yes. TKO round 2.
I can see that, but I think Thiago Santos is because he's kind of on he's on that 2-fight skid with those 2 busted ass noses, those knees that he had on John Jones fight. That was really close.
But to be fair, they were like it
was a good fight.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like the amount of damage that he took.
You're right. No perspective.
And to lose 2 fights, like his back is against the wall, so he might be coming out, or it could just be, Rakic's time. So we'll see. But yeah, next fight: Islam Makhachev versus Drew Dober. This one I cannot decide what I want to do with it because the Drew Dober fight keeps going down. Like his odds keep getting worse and worse, and I kind of want he is so quick and so powerful at this weight class. If he can just get to Islam's chin first before he can get it, like Islam can get it to the ground. Not to say that Islam's stand-up isn't better, but Islam's one loss is getting clipped because he got clipped first.
Sure.
And Drew Dober has the power to knock him out. So I don't know if I want to switch it to Dober with a knockout or keep it Islam with a knockout, because Islam as a knockout is still a huge payout. But Dober as a knockout is about $1,000 more than Islam, give or take. So, what do you think?
That's what I'm betting house for round 1.
Oh, either way, I'm betting a house on round 1. I just don't know if I want to switch it to Dober or keep it Islam. That's the only thing.
You know me. I'm on the Islam train. You know what I'm saying?
I know. So, okay, so you really think that even though he's not that the fucking rankings actually fucking mean anything. We just talked about how fucking fake all of this shit is. Minus the actual fights themselves, everything else is fucking fake. It's all smoke and mirrors. Anyway, you really think he's going to be champion in the 55-pound division with how much bullshit is going on in this division? Okay. I think so too eventually. I think it's going to be a while because of all the bullshit. All the things that the 1 through 9s need to figure out on their own. Fucking Dana. I have and new Aljamain Sterling round 3 submission. I think he's going to be a gorilla on his back. Just get on him, wear him like a backpack, like a wet blanket, and just rear naked. I'm thinking choke probably. I don't think it's going to be a limb submission or anything like that.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a choke, guillotine, rear naked. I don't think it's going to be anything fancy. I think it's going to be something like, your traditional jiu-jitsu.
I have Jan TKO round 4.
Ooh, wearing him down and just putting the pace on him in a championship round.
He's a dog. He's got some stamina.
But he's green. He's green in these championship things, so we'll see.
I think.
But the champion comes from, man, that Matt Serra camp, Ray Longo, Matt Serra, dude. They're.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah BJJ, that's right.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only one that we talked about this out of all 3 title fights. That's the only one that I see going the distance. The other one we'll get to, but yeah, for more, that's the one that I see going the distance.
You know what's funny is that they all have the potential of because how tough everyone is, they all have the potential of going the distance. But yeah, I know, I see what you're saying. I don't think they are. I really don't.
I have funny enough, every single one of mine is TKO.
That's not funny enough. That sounds about right. You always do first round knockout. You think everyone's gonna get. You're like, everyone's gonna get this smoke.
Everyone's gonna get it right now, dude. Round 1, 3, all the rounds, dude. 4, 5, you get.
You get it. You want it? Come get it.
You want it? Come get it? Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And new Megan Anderson, champion of the world, bringing it back to the down under. You know what I'm saying?
What round?
First round knockout. You know, she's just gonna.
Damn, dude, she's just gonna clip.
Just gonna clip her because do you see how big she is? See how tall and lanky and just she's long.
Dude, Amanda was smiling like she was smiling at her like this is gonna be fun.
I hope it is.
Like,
because Amanda's gonna have fun doesn't mean that Megan will have fun.
That's fair.
If you're right. If everyone shows up, have like as we've been saying and as we were talking about, if they all show up, how like just ready everyone looks, because you know in fights that you can kind of tell the look in someone's eye. You're like, yeah, they're like, you know who's going to win.
Yeah.
You kind of know. You kind of already know. Like they're already broken. Like no one's budging. No one's budging. At least not yet. We still have fight day. We still have the walk-ins because who knows if they're gonna drink a bottle of wine and not be able to sleep or whatever. But
yeah. Yeah, you know me, man. I think Lioness is gonna do Lioness shit. Champ shit only.
I know, and that's not a. I mean,
gonna be first.
I think she only gets those first round knockouts when her opponent plays that firefight game with her, and I don't think Megan Anderson's going to do that. So I think this one has a bigger chance of being a decision.
Do you remember the Cyborg fight?
The plan was for Amanda to like sting her first, like show her like, hey, like get her attention, because that would trigger Cyborg to pressure. And then Amanda beautifully game plan countered everything until she dropped her and then was like, you're mine now, bitch, and then did what she does, right? That's what she did. That was the game plan. So Megan doesn't have that mentality. You remember how I was saying before? I don't know if you was like,
You don't think she's gonna get? I don't mean excited in a bad way. I just mean you don't think she's gonna get a little overzealous. It's her opportunity, last fight on her contract, kind of thing.
Megan? Or Amanda?
Megan. That's what they were saying. This is the last fight on her contract because they were making a big deal that it's usually not the championship fight. That's your last fight, on your contract.
That's noise. It's just noise.
I guess more or less like it's more or less bigger for Megan because if she wins, then she has all this negotiating power now right off the bat.
Dude. Last fight shocks the world. Free agent Megan Anderson could go anywhere. Come on, son.
Here we go.
She could say, deuces UFC, I'm going elsewhere. I'm going to PFL, winning $1 million. Become champion. See ya. Bellator. Yeah, dude, yeah. She could do it. Like, what I'm saying is, if you want to see your worth, you have to go elsewhere to see what other companies are willing to pay for you.
That's fair.
If she wins the UFC belt against the greatest of all time, she does. I don't like. If I was her, I would test the free agent market to see how much she's worth, especially coming off as a champion against Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
Son, maybe conversation for another time, but son, come on.
Still, okay. I know you have all and new and still everything and still. With them shoes, you can't lose the championship with them shoes.
Don't talk to Izzy about shoes, man. He's got fashion, he's got style, he's got all that. I know what you mean about those
style. You can't even dress yourself.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Fucking Dennis Rodman in his crazy hair.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, his Hitman shoes. I know what you mean, his Hitman shoes. But Izzy's fighting like he's at his weight.
Okay, who's the last fighter that brought pizza with him that lost?
That lost?
Jorge Masvidal.
Or he ate it after he knocked out Ben Askren, right? All became Matt Street Judas or whatever, and then after the knockout, that blew him up to be that viral sensation, right?
Sure,
kind of
sure.
like what that Joaquin Buckley kick.
Yeah.
It was after the Nate fight, after he beat
BMF
Nate Diaz for the.
Okay.
And then it was the BMF style. So after, you know how like you become these characters, Colby Covington, Street Judas, you know, like so that was just that's this game bread, fucking hashtag game bread, fucking pizza thing.
No.
To the Izzy fight and the Jan fight. I don't know why we're talking about Masvidal.
I don't know, dude. This will be. I'm sure this will not make it anyway. Pot noose over pizza, dude. That's what we are, dude.
I love pot noose over pizza.
So do I. Jan TKO round 3. Go.
Ooh, okay, 3 for Izzy.
Oh shit, you have 3-2. Damn, for Izzy. This is what happened last time. Remember, you had the same one, just the wrong person. I like it, dude. I love it. I love it.
Just won't be. So how do you? Okay, we had the same round, same everything except for the fighter. So tell me how you see 1, 2, and 3 going, and you walk me through your fight against Izzy, against me.
1 and 2, technical feeler. I think they're just gonna be feeling each other out, gauging distance, maybe chopping legs, chop down the legs. You know, Jan maybe takes a few shots to the body. More or less just trying to wear and read the opponent. Beginning in round 3, I think more or less both fighters start to push forward. I think Jan probably more than Izzy will start to push forward, which will force Izzy to start striking and countering in close range while within striking range. And I think within that exchange, they will both get clipped, both get hit. You know, obviously Izzy's kickboxing is outstanding, so Jan is going to get touched. But at the same time, Izzy will get touched in that same exchange. But I think Polish power
going to use his size and his weight and his power in that way, and like clinch work and maybe press, if he can get in close, to press him up against the cage and just kind of like make it a little bit more boring, tiring, like fighting the first couple rounds. If he can,
Agreed.
If he can get close. Okay. Yeah, I think you're pretty much. Yeah, I think you're spot on with all of that stuff. I think if it goes Izzy's way, it's going to be what we saw, more or less, maybe not as clean, but what we saw with Paulo Costa, maybe more or less what we saw with Robert Whittaker.
Sure.
A dirtier fight where he does get touched or whatever. But the thing is, if he does get touched, we'll see if he can withstand being touched, because Gastelum, who's not a big 85er, who I think, you know, when I talked about the weight classes, would be the 175-pound fucking monster.
Yeah.
So he wobbled Izzy.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. But power is power.
Sure.
And that's a different kind of power. That's that Hispanic power. That's Mexican power. That's real power too. That's real power. You know it's power. That's that hot cowboy power. That Mexican cowboy power, that's that real power. Where this Polish power is the cold power.
Yeah, it's that ice power, dude. That's Sub-Zero shit.
You know, shout out Curtis Blaze with the Mortal Kombat music. But Izzy, it had to be a clean fight, like the Paulo Costa fight for me. It has to be, because I agree with you. I do agree with you. He clips him just a little bit. That could be enough to wobble Izzy enough to where Jan can close the distance, where Izzy is on his heels and he's not, you know, his technique at that point is, because his feet are planted how he needs, his power won't exist. It doesn't matter. He can walk through all that all day long.
Sure.
That's all he needs. I agree. Jan only needs is one to clip Izzy, just to wobble him. That's all he needs. And Izzy needs to be perfect. Izzy can counter all day long, because Jan sometimes can get impatient and charge forward with those reckless abandon, like, oh, you know, those big fucking swing, you know.
What we say is, you know, is right, is the best. We're the
best. It is right. It is the best.
We are the best. We made the weight. We showed up.
We are the best.
We're on camera, so we're champs. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Okay.